and Lita Ford.
And Lita Ford.
And Dominic Garacci. You know who that is, don't you? Yes, it's Donnie Iris. How did you know that? Because I'm the rock and roll fucking guy. I'm sorry you don't feel well. Do you have cough due to cold?
I don't know what it is, dude. I haven't been feeling really under the weather. Just like not me. Like I wake up and I feel fuzzy and I feel like I'm not. It sucks because I don't ever feel like that, and I have not been right. I haven't been right, man. I'll tell you that right now. It's not good. He's like, you can't hear me.
On with the show. Hey, where you been? Where you been? What happened last week? Oh, that's right. We weren't here.
No.
My bad.
I'm like, what the hell?
That's all right.
But I got to play something, though.
Are you having a technical difficulty? Please stand by.
I just want to make sure my thing is... Gene, is my iPad on? Okay, thanks. It's very important.
Very important. What did you... Oh, let me guess. Can I guess?
No.
Can I guess?
No.
Please let me guess.
No. No. Shh.
What?
Shh.
What?
Shh. Don't say a word.
Oh,
Quiet
fine.
for a second. Quiet for a second. Quiet for a second.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. This is really important.
This is Annie. And this is Annie paying back her friend for the tickets with
Here we go.
I'm a man without conviction. I'm a man.
Yeah, we're celebrating. I just gotta get to the chorus. It's probably gonna be blanked out by some record company, but that's okay. Hold on. Just this part.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Come a chameleon. You come and go.
Bye.
You come and go. Yeah! I told you. It was coming.
Oh, man. Done and done. No, and there you have it. Enough said. Off we go. It's a new day. It's a new way. It's a new time. It's a new rhyme. It's a whole new situation. And that's all I had to say about that.
I was so excited. I didn't even put my podcast on. That's how excited I was. It won't be a part of our podcast because I'm so excited.
Oh, well, right. But we know it up here, and you can get it out there.
Yeah.
Don't sweat it.
And I'm sure somebody is going to be watching going, what are they talking about? I'll tell you.
You know, I think they're talking about such and such and so and so.
I don't care.
Maybe.
Listen.
Maybe not.
This is what I have to let it out.
Go ahead. I say nothing. I'm done.
You keep quiet.
I'll just be over here.
You got to do what you got to do.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you saying?
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
All right, let me enable microphone. What do you mean? Okay.
That was my freshman year of college. It was spring of 1983. That was the celebration down at the Phi Sig House, 401 University Avenue in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania, Susquehanna University. Such a celebration of fun that was. Now, what is your celebration? That was mine. I don't know
my celebration is this.
Go ahead.
And this is what I have to say. And I'm going to say it.
I'm going to be quiet.
I'm going to say it.
Go ahead.
You treat people the way you want to be treated.
Well, yeah.
Okay? When you treat people like garbage, it eventually will come back to you. Okay?
Well, yeah, okay.
And for 2 years, I was treated like garbage. And finally, karma came around. And for those of you, and I know who you are, who are like, oh, it's awful, it's horrible, blah, 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 blah. There was no sympathy for the ones that were booted out. There was no sympathy there for that from that person. There was none. And let me tell you something. I honestly can say I have never in my life felt that somebody deserves that kind of punishment, but for once, the punishment suits the crime.
Okay. Well,
And I'm very pleased. And that's all I have to say about that.
hardly the Phi Sig house, circa 83, but there you go.
There you go. So that's what that's all about.
All right.
And, I have to be vague because I don't want any, lawsuits or something crazy like that because that's the kind of place that is. But it's
Well, at the Phi Sig house, Phi Sig house was a place of fun with music, of dancing, and imbibing and enjoyment on a Friday or Saturday night. That's what that means to me. That takes me right back.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
I feel like crap today.
What's the matter?
I don't know. I feel under the weather. I feel like just crappy.
I got to tell
Like
you,
physically crappy.
it's I don't have a full blown cold and I don't get allergies, but I have this congestion.
Yeah.
It's like one side or the other, you know what I mean? And when you lay down on your right side, your left nostril gets cleared up and you lay down.
Yeah.
On your left nostril and your
That's
right.
what I have.
Yeah, right here.
Uh-oh.
Last 2 days.
John.
2 days. Last 2 days.
John, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. I shouldn't have caught your germies, but maybe I caught your germies or you caught my germies.
No, I don't
No?
believe so. I think this is just one of those. Here, I'll say this about that. Now, as an adult, not even close. But growing up, I was either staying home from school sick either around my birthday, which is October 12th,
Yes, it was.
or Halloween. I can
Coming up.
remember at least 3 or 4 Halloweens when I was at the door in my pajamas and a robe back in the 70s, handing out the candy because I wasn't well enough to go out. Okay? Well, we're at that time of year,
Today's the 23rd? Okay.
Yeah, 23rd, and you wake up in the morning and it's like, 48 degrees out at, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I don't wear a jacket. I just don't. It's got to be cold because I'm just warm. I'm
Should
all
we
the time
dress up
warm.
next week?
For what?
Halloween?
It's the day after. I'm not dressing up.
Is it?
Yep.
Wait. Today's the 23rd. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
Thursday.
30. It's on the 31st is Halloween. It's on Thursday. We're here Wednesday.
That's right.
The day before.
Correct.
So we should dress up.
I protest.
Oh, shit.
I dressed up last year.
No, you did. Oh, yeah, you did. We
Yes,
did
I
because
did.
Frank was here. The three of us did.
What did he come as?
He was the
He put peanut butter around his mouth and went as an asshole.
No,
That's
no,
it.
he didn't. No, he
Oh.
didn't. He was like a football player or something.
I was the football player.
He was a football player. Do you remember last year? He was Frank. He was dressed up.
I don't remember.
He was, and I was an '80s girl.
That's right.
I was an '80s girl. You were a football player, but he was something because I remember him saying
Hey,
it.
everybody's something, Tracy. Come on.
Oh, Frank, call in. What the hell was he? I know he listens. So, Frank, remind us what you were Halloween last year. Oh my God, that was
Maybe
like
he
a year
was
ago.
applying it. Maybe he cut his hair and
No.
buffed it.
He
and
was something.
All this.
Oh.
That's my son.
Oh.
Should I answer it?
Yeah, you ask him if he wants to be on the air.
He's, what?
See,
Yo. I'm on the air. Hey, Hi there. You're on
hi,
the
Jack. Hey.
air. Hey. You gonna be around in, I don't know, about 7.
Oh, 6:30. Well, 7. Yeah.
Till I get going, son. Sorry, folks. A little personal business. Till I get going.
You should have put him on the air.
I'll probably be around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'm going to have some seat time in the car. You gonna have some moments for me?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the car's not starting, so.
Oh, that's a problem. It just won't. It won't start.
Uh-oh.
What does it do?
It sounds like it's gonna roll over, but then it doesn't roll over.
Oh.
Is it the battery?
I just had some dude attach it to the car 10 minutes.
And
Nothing. Same thing.
Uh-oh, car problems.
where are you?
At school.
Oh, no. Where does he go to school?
Penn State Hazleton.
Oh, snap.
All right.
Where's Jamie?
And like 30 miles away.
Oh, snap.
All right, let me do this. Trace, I'm going to have you drive for a minute. Here's what I'm going to do, son.
Okay. He's going to leave. And I'm going to talk about my sickness. So I remember I've been feeling like really under the weather. I don't know what is going on. It's like that weird, like, first of all, and I'm not just saying this, I never get sick. I can tell you, I got the flu 15 years ago. Maybe it was 15, 16 years ago. I got the flu. And that was the sickest I've ever been in my life, was that time. And then ever since then, I've maybe gotten 2 or 3 colds here and there in 15 years. I don't really get sick. So I don't get colds. And the weird thing with my body is it's like almost like a cold is coming. So I'll start drinking like tons of orange juice. I'll start doing Airborne, because Airborne is awesome. I love Airborne. So I start popping the orange juice and tea. I'll do like the green tea, ginger tea, lemon tea, do that. And then I'll do maybe at night, some NyQuil or Robitussin, something like that. And I just douse myself for like a couple of days, and then it goes away. So like 2 weeks ago, I felt like this, and then I did that whole thing, and then it went away. And I was like, oh, there, it works. And then last night, I woke up and I said, oh my God, I feel the way I did 2 weeks ago. So I feel like it's almost like this cold. It's like the little green guy in Mucinex, the little green guy who walks around, the Mucinex guy. That's what I feel like. I feel like he came to my house and I wouldn't let him in, and now he's at my house again, and he's knocking on the door trying to get in, because I totally feel like that right now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I think there's something going around, or I don't know what's going on. But I do have a funny story. So, I did, I'm originally, I've lived in Boston for almost 30 years. I lived in Boston for 28 years. I lived in Boston. So, I do consider myself a Bostonian, even though I wasn't raised in Boston, but my entire adult life was in Boston. So, funniest thing, friend of mine, Jeannie, we went to college together, was my best friend growing up. And she lives in Montreal, and she, sent me a text message. And I haven't seen her she came to visit me in Boston maybe 10 years ago. So she sends me a message. She goes, hey, I'm heading to Boston. You want to get together? I'm thinking to myself, well, this is weird, because I've lived in Jersey for 4 years. So I'm like, I don't live in Boston anymore. She's like, you don't? I said, no, I don't live in Boston anymore. I moved to Jersey 4 years ago. Oh, well, I didn't know. And I was like, what? So I started thinking about it. I'm like, I never really made an announcement that I was leaving, because I left Boston under duress and certain circumstances. Came out of a pretty abusive relationship, so I had to leave suddenly. So I never really formally announced that I was moving, because I really didn't want a lot of people to know, as particularly one person. But I've been here so long now that I've always posted stuff about Jersey, and she just probably never saw it on my Facebook page. So so I told her, I said, if you come to New York City, I'll meet you there, because I'm an hour away. And she had been there a year ago, and she said, I would have visited you. I didn't even know you were there. It's very strange. But so she's heading to Boston. I gave her all the good restaurants. I told her about my friend Jason Santos, who was on Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay, and this was like years ago. He was on it in the very beginning, when it was like a really, really hot show. Not that it isn't now, but it was huge back then. This is like maybe 13 years ago. He was on it, and he was the runner-up. But he has some great restaurants. He's opening a new one, Lime and Citron and Lime, I think it's called, a Spanish one, Mexican. And he has one called Bourbon and, oh God, he's going to kill me. He has another restaurant really, really good. I got to look it up. But Bourbon and something. I can't remember. Terrible. I'm sorry, Jason. But if you look it up, if you Google Jason Santos, you'll see the name of the restaurant. So I sent her over there. And, sent her some lobster, have some lobster, and sent it to Gloucester and Faneuil Hall, and did everything I could do to let her have some fun in Boston. So I sent her there, and just told her, next time you come to New York, So it's hard when John's not here. It's weird talking to myself, but we'll bring up. So I have those TV show obsessions I have. And one of the obsessions I have is Friends. Like, I am obsessed with Friends, and it's really strange. The obsession, like, is deep. Like, it's just, I mentioned it before, but in my head, like, they're all still the same age, even though I've seen them now, like on social media and in other parts and other shows. But in my head, they're still that age. So I can't think of them as older. And Jennifer Aniston just joined Instagram, and I was actually excited about that. I mean, we don't know each other, but I was like really excited about it. Huh? You want to sit? Yeah, sure, Gene, come sit. Sure, because I feel like I'm talking. Oh, John's back. Gene was just. Thanks, Gene. No problem. I was like, I feel like I'm just talking to myself.
I know. What were you talking
Thanks,
about?
Friends, the best show on television. My obsession. Well, because I was saying like how, and I've said this before. In my head, they're all still that age.
Of course,
they're not old. They're like that.
Well, Jennifer Aniston kind of still
she looks good.
That age.
Well, she just joined Instagram. Just joined it.
Wow.
So it was a big deal, I guess, because everybody was like, "Oh crap!" And she's very
Instagram, Instachat, all that crap.
Yeah, she talks about. She's like very talkative on it too, and I love it. I was like so excited. I was like, so it's like I know her and I don't know her. I don't know any of the cast of Friends. Let's throw this. I don't know any of them, though. I wish I did. I feel like a connection. I do. I feel like a connection with like Matthew Perry and me. I feel like we're like kismet and should be together. In my head, I do feel like that. But it's just I don't know. But anyway, so she puts things on Instagrams, and I always comment. Like, I think she's gonna read it and go, "Oh, thanks, Trace." Like, I really think that. So unrealistic.
And how has the dialogue been between you and Ms. Aniston?
She doesn't answer me. She doesn't answer me.
Oh.
So I mean, but I mean, I'm thinking maybe one day she'll like a comment I have. I'm trying to be witty and not be like everybody else in the world. I want to be witty. I want to be like, say something. She's like, "Oh, Trace, yeah, you're funny." Listen, if I say something and a celebrity likes it, I like it. Like, it makes me feel special. And I know this sounds so stupid. It's super, super stupid. I know it is. Trust me. I know it is. But if I say something and...
This is the woman right here, kids, that has as much logic and common sense as the year is long. Yeah. Except for this.
No, no logic. None. None.
I'm the friend.
Zero.
Of the friends.
No logic.
No,
none. I don't know why, John. I don't know, because it means nothing. I get it. Like, I'm nobody. I'm just.
No.
Well,
wrong.
To the celebrities. I mean, not to you and me.
Maybe, no, but you know what? I choose to look at it this way. There are so many fans of the person, the actor, actress, the show, the entity, to where, you know what, they can't respond and reply to everyone.
No, of course not.
They look at it and they'll, "Oh, isn't that nice?" Or somebody says something dopey. Yeah, so about that. But they're looking at it and they're seeing, your comments, his comments, their comments, her comments, and you just can't respond to everybody. It's like fan mail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Buckets and buckets and loads of fan mail in the big giant sack. You can't reply to every one of them. You'd have no time for anything. So, they're looking at what they look at. You're not a nobody. You're a fan, and you say something positive, upbeat, and can do and all this.
Sometimes they like it. Sometimes they do.
And that's the thing. I'm sure there's a modicum of appreciation, whether it's silent or not.
No, sometimes they'll like what I say.
Of course.
And it's exciting to me.
That's all you need.
I don't know.
Just a little something.
Just a little something. It isn't. You know what? It makes my day. It really does. Well, that's why I go to those Comic-Con things and everything like that, because it is. I mean, let's be honest. I'm one of thousands of people they're going to meet. I get that. I'm not in La La Land where I'm like, oh, they're going to remember me. I'm going to have an impact. I get it.
So
I get
what you're saying, and I've got a reason for saying this that I may or may not go into on the air here. But what you're saying is this is not a Tracy world, and we're just living in it. It's the sun doesn't go around you.
No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't think so, but I'm just because there are those who it is a fill in the blank name world, and the rest of us are all simply living and existing in it.
I don't know. I think it's just.
And I know it's not.
Yeah. No. I think it's just because when I was younger, They were what I wanted to be when I grew up. It was either I wanted to be on television, and no matter what it was, whether it be acting, singing, dancing, or even like I did broadcast journalism.
Like the picture right here.
Yeah, like I'm on TV, right? Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, exactly. I really wanted to. So it's like almost, but then when I read about like celebrities and they're going through like a tough time, like a divorce or, they got like for example, perfect example.
Go ahead.
So Henry Thomas, who played Elliot, E.T.,
Yeah.
but he's done a lot of stuff since then. He's Legends of the Fall. He's in a couple Lifetime things. He's in a show on Netflix now. It's Haunted House or the Haunted House on the Hill. It's called something. But he's done stuff. So I met him at Comic-Con, at Monster Mania a couple months ago or something, 2 months ago.
Okay.
And today, story comes out. He was arrested for drinking and driving.
Whoops.
Today.
Well,
this morning or last night, I should say.
People are people. I mean,
Sure.
Celebrity, professional athlete, or
sure, they're human.
in the spotlight for whatever reason, people are going to slip. People
Sure.
are going to trip. People.
Oh
are
yeah, I don't fault him.
Whoop,
I don't fault him. I mean,
No.
listen, I lived with an alcoholic for 6 years. I don't fault anybody for. I get it.
Right.
But my thing was this. This was my first. You want to hear what my first thought was?
Go ahead.
My first thought was, I wish he had confided in me that he had this problem. When we met and took that photo up, he could have turned it right. And he could have said, "Oh, I got a drinking problem," and I would have been like, "You know what? I live with an alcoholic, and I know I understand, and I can help you." Like I really think that way. But I know that's not realistic. I'm not crazy that I go, yeah, that's true. I just, in my head, it was like the first thing I said, I could have helped him. Do we have a phone call? Why is it blinking so much?
It's winking and blinking.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
So I don't know. Just so that's what I mean with friends. It's the silliest thing. I really think Matt LeBlanc
That's like
is
years ago,
me.
I
don't know.
When I was I was very young. I used to imagine myself being. You ready for this? Speed Racer's best good friend. Now.
Wait, isn't Speed Racer a cartoon?
Thank you.
That's really effed up.
Okay.
At least it was a real person.
I was 4.
No,
or
but if
5
it was a
years
real,
old.
I guess so. No, that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, I wanted to be one of the Scooby Gang and Scooby Doo.
Well,
that makes sense.
Uh,
I wanted to be on Sesame Street, and I was pissed off that I wasn't.
Oh.
I wanted to be on Zoom. I said, why can't I be? I think that's really why I ended up in Boston, because I was like, oh my God, Zoom. 02134. That's actually Brighton, Massachusetts, just to let you know. That zip.
we're gonna zoom.
I
on
loved Zoom, and I said I could be on that show, and I would be a freaking star on that
Rita
show.
Moreno and
Morgan Freeman.
thank you.
No, that was Electric Company. That was Electric Company.
Right.
That was
right,
Electric
that's
Company.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
I used to watch Electric Company.
Yeah.
And like, you know
Yeah.
what?
The Electric Company.
You're gonna turn it on.
Electric Company.
Letterman. Faster
Oh my
than a
God.
rolling O.
I
Able
love
to leap
Electric. I
capital
forgot
T
about Electric
in a
Company.
single bound.
I think we have to Google
Look,
Electric Company.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Letterman. Hi, I'm Letterman.
Electric Company. Yeah. Let me see if I can have that. Oh my God, that show.
Yeah.
I remember that. And didn't it come on Sesame Street came on before it or after it or
But it was
something?
Sesame Street
Oh.
was before. Sesame Street
Damn
was
it.
in the late afternoon, so kids would be home from school.
Yeah.
Electric Company was in the evening, it was 7 or
Was it?
7:30, because it was for a little older. See, here again, we're going to go back to this, just a 5-year age difference. Okay, my cousin, my one cousin who was born in '67, she was all over Sesame Street like a cheap suit in a rainstorm. Then my second, her name was Susan. Then Kurt, who came along 2 years later, he was into it too. So I'd go out to the damn aunts and uncles out in Pennsylvania, and I was stuck. I'd be like,
Bill Cosby was on it too. It
well,
says.
you see my face.
And my face.
So I'm like 11, 12 years old, and Kurt is like what, 6? Susan's like maybe 8, and they watch Sesame Street. I'm like, I am so beyond this, because Sesame Street started, oh boy, what was it, late '69. So I was just getting into kindergarten. So I only had a few years where I was a little boy, Sesame Street-ish age. Plus, again, I hung around because of my parents being older or me being the older child. I was 5 going on like 12 half the time. So I was over Sesame Street in like 2 years, okay? Oh, I got Susan's...
This is your year. Sleep through it with Nectar's 365-night trial.
I'll wait.
Wait, I'm putting Electric Company. You can talk over it. It just was loud. I didn't expect it to be loud. So.
There it is. I met Susan from Sesame Street. She gave me a speech and everything.
Oh, shit. Is this what it sounds like? Why does it sound weird to me? Oh. Oh my god, oh my god, I wish people could see this. This is friggin' amazing.
Jogging in a leisure suit.
Oh my god, I think that was Morgan Freeman. Hi. Oh my god, I totally Crank,
yeah.
Oh, look at him. Hey, how are you? Look, this is the best opening credits. Oh, there's Rita Moreno. Look at her. She was hot back then. Look at her. It's me. I'm gonna be This is awesome. Look, I don't remember this though for some reason. Oh, there. Electric Company. Is that Spider-Man in the back?
Yeah.
Spider-Man's there.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. Oh, that was fantastic.
But yeah, I met Susan from Sesame Street.
And she kissed you?
Yeah.
Like the old school Susan or new school Susan?
This
Because
is
there
like
were two
the
Susans
original
or something.
Susan.
The original Susan, yeah.
She was there promoting a record. Susan sings songs from Sesame Street. She was where the Walmart.
Susan sings songs from Sesame Street?
Yes, absolutely. It was a
my
it was a
God.
long play. It was an LP album. This is like 1970, maybe 71. Okay.
Oh my God.
It's where the Walmart is now in East Brunswick on Route 18, northbound, right by Tice's Lane. Back then, it was a Modell's that had closed. It was that's when Modell's wasn't just sporting goods. It was like Walmart. Okay, it had everything.
Yeah.
And right across the street was Two Guys, and Two Guys was the 800-pound gorilla, and they put them right out of business. And there was an big giant empty retail space, and Susan came, and I met her. Willie Mays showed up.
Willie Mays?
Yeah. Well,
What?
again, it was like 70, 71. He was still playing.
Oh my God, that's weird.
When he first, I think, either right before or right after he came to the Mets, and that was in 72. So Mother took me over to see Willie Mays. All of a sudden, a couple of guys started fighting, and she yanked me out of there, and we didn't see him because
There's a fight?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Some guys were pushing and shoving in line, I guess, and Mother got all frightened and freaked out, and she yanked me out of there like, we're leaving. I'm like, but Willie Mays. Never mind, Willie Mays. We're leaving.
Oh my God.
Fine.
Why were they fighting though? I mean, it's like it's supposed to be happiness.
If your shirt isn't
I hate
tucked into
commercials.
your pants,
I shouldn't say that. I
are
love
your
commercials.
pants tucked into your shirt?
When you're getting
There we go. Wait. This is what I was waiting for. I'm sure they're going to blank everything out anyway. It doesn't matter what we do. Everything blanks out. And then we get these messages a week later saying, oh, what's that? Oh, no, that's too... I don't like this. No. I don't like that. I want the old one.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I was getting. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That's the wrong one. I don't want the 2000s.
4 root beer
There's floats. We did look that up, didn't we?
We did.
We did, and we found it too,
We
which I was
did.
shocked that we found that.
Whoa.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I think that's where I learned to speak Spanish. With Sesame Street.
Really?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, I had no interest.
Yeah, that was Sesame Street.
That's when I got up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's when I
7,
got a
8,
glass of milk and a couple
9,
of cookies.
10.
I'm like, okay, they're speaking something I don't understand.
Yeah, they always
Mom,
did Spanish.
Mom, we got Chips Ahoy.
I'm really glad.
Okay, I'll be right up.
I learned how to count because of the Sesame Street. You know what I mean? Come on.
Well, the count was cool.
Oh, the count was
The
awesome.
count was purple. Still is, by the way.
He still is purple.
Right.
I don't understand why this is so difficult. Original
Sesame Street
original cast.
theme. See, I'm all stuffed up. You hear this?
Yeah, I hear you. Something's going on. I think they sprayed some chemicals. Oh, you made me think about that movie.
Maybe the Greek version, Chemicles.
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 You know that movie? That movie with Gwyneth Paltrow and Matt Damon and what's it called?
There it is.
Woo! Yeah. Sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? That's
I'm
awesome.
like 6 years old all over again.
This is a good song.
Everything's
okay. It's a good song. I love Mr. Hooper. What about Bob?
Bob McGrath, he was a nice man.
Bob, Mr. Hooper, Susan. Oh, Luis. Maria. Gordon.
Gordon
Man,
was the guy, man.
they were very multicultural. I think that was a good thing,
it
too.
was like in the city, so you had all kinds of
I
folks.
love it.
And
Sesame
Big Bird
Street's
used to
the
call him
best.
Mr. Looper. Hooper.
Oh, my God. Remember Snuffleupagus?
Yeah.
And then Snuffleupagus would be hanging out with Big Bird, and then Snuffleupagus would leave, and he'd be like, yeah, my friend, Snuffleupagus. They'd be like, there's nobody here.
There's nobody here.
There's nobody. What are you talking about? Why are you making that
Stop it.
up? It's kind of messed
Stop
up,
lying.
though. That is kind of messed up when you think about it.
Well, it's like every kid has an invisible friend.
Yeah, but his was real, and nobody believed him. It's kind of like it gave him a complex. Like, nobody believes me.
Well, it happens.
You know?
I think he got over it.
Yeah.
I think he got
Yeah.
over it. What am I, Peter Brady? I think he
don't
got
know.
over it.
Oh my God, I have been watching that show. It's fantastic.
Which
The
one?
Brady Renovation. Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
watch that?
I've seen a little
It's
bit of it,
freaking
yeah.
awesome. Like, first of all, it's the whole cast.
Yeah.
The whole cast is there, and which is like I don't think they've ever been like together. Usually, there's always one missing. There's always one who's like, I am not doing that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
they all agreed, and the house, the way they renovated that, they literally built a brand new house,
Right.
and it's amazing. Like they did the exact same wallpaper, same tiles, same staircase. I mean, it was amazing.
They took it right down, and they put it right back up, like within itself.
Yeah. Like and right to the details, like every lamp and
Yeah.
like the rugs and
Mom always said, don't play ball in the house. That statue of the horse.
that's right, it broke.
Right, because they were, why? 'Cause
They're
they were
playing ball in the house.
See what happens?
Oh my God. It is a really good show. So they have a new one coming now, and I'm trying to remember what it was. I just saw it too, and I got to think for the new season.
My buddy says,
Oh.
Foles, what's up, pal, man? How you been?
What?
He says, Fight at Two Guys was at the pretzel stand. Those were damn good pretzels. Yeah, there was a pretzel, like a pretzel cart, and there was a hot dog lady. Remember the hot dog lady? She was awesome. But there was a pretzel cart and a hot dog lady in front of the Two Guys there in East Brunswick. The pretzels were awesome. They're like this big, and the hot dogs were delicious. They had the dirty water dogs, but
the dirty water dogs.
But they were great.
Yeah.
And they were just the pretzels were gigantic, and they had the big nuggets of salt on them, and you with the mustard. Fantastic. You are correct, sir. Yes.
Was he there with you?
Not at the Willie Mays thing, but
But he knew what you were referring to.
please, because Two Guys, East Brunswick. Anybody who spent 18 seconds in East Brunswick back in the 70s and early 80s knows Two Guys in the 60s. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Loved that store, man. And I'm not a shopping guy, but that was the
But what did they sell?
Sorry?
What did they sell?
Everything. They were Walmart before Walmart was Walmart.
Really?
Yeah, they had it all. You could go, and when we had blue laws in East Brunswick back then, to where on Sunday they would tape it off, cordon it off. You couldn't buy clothes. You couldn't buy. There was a bunch of stuff you couldn't buy on Sunday. Now you could go and maybe get a can of oil for the car. Maybe go down to the toy department. Go play skee ball and all that in the arcade. But you couldn't buy clothes. I used to go there all the time. Foles, you'll remember this, man. I used to, when I had my trains up, I got all kinds of stuff like half price. The day after Christmas, Dad and I would go over there because it would be half off all the model train stuff after Christmas time. Big stuff. I used to love that store. Love that store. Yeah.
I'm trying to find that.
They had you
new one.
could grocery shop. This was before.
Really, before Super Walmart?
Please, you could. They had a whole grocery store within the store. That was unheard of back then. Now Walmart made it like, yeah, whatever. We do this all the time. Good for you. But I mean, originally two guys from Harrison, right across the river from Newark, where Neil Foley, hey, walked a hell of a beat. Problem here? Yeah. Security. Hang on. Watch yourself. It's electrical. Anyway.
Well, that makes me hungry.
And they were like, yo thick around. Can you see? Here. They were like this thick around the pretzels were. Okay.
Now what do you put on your pretzels? Like mustard?
Yeah. Mustard. Yeah. Either nothing or mustard. I don't slather it. I just enough to have a taste because you don't want it dripping all on your shirt, you know. And then you're done with the pretzel. You could do some shopping, and then you walk around, two guys, work up a little appetite again, and bingo, check out the hot dog lady on the way out. She was the one, man. Delicious.
If someone could remember what the next, if they saw it, I saw the news, and I can't find it now, but it was the next HGTV renovation. They're taking another old television show.
Is that right?
And doing the same thing like they did with Brady, but I can't remember.
Did you see the station wagon?
No.
It's a brand new 1969 Plymouth Belvedere station wagon that they made into what they did.
I found it.
They
Sorry.
did it on Fast and Loud with Richard Rawlings, the guy. Woo!
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they did it. Barry Williams came to them in Dallas and said, "Listen, we're doing the renovation, and as part of the renovation, we want the wagon just like it was." And it's got to be the 3-seater, the 2 seats and the one facing the back.
Right.
And they couldn't find one. They found a wagon, but they couldn't find that 3rd seat. They finally found the mechanism for the 3rd seat, had to rig it and jig it in there.
Rig it and jig it.
Oh, man, it was a scene because they almost couldn't do it.
Mm.
And they painted it up nice. They put a little hot rod on it, so it was souped up just
Nice.
a bit. But they didn't like over the top, and they put the black decal down the side, like the hockey stick looking decal, and pardon me, it sits, from front to back just like so, just a little tilt to it, and they all fit in it. They went for a ride around the neighborhood and everything. Yeah.
I'm curious now. Hey, Gene, is that the phone ringing? Why does that thing keep blinking? On the screen, it keeps blinking like the phone's ringing. Because, we are known to miss phone calls quite frequently. So that yellow, see there's where it's a red. Why does it keep flashing yellow?
Oh, you mean the stream?
No. See the red
Where are you looking?
on the bottom, and on the top. The red bar on the bottom and the top are both flashing yellow.
That just means that the connection is kind of weak, but it's
Oh.
strengthened and it's fine again.
Oh, it's not somebody calling. Okay, just checking. Don't want to miss any calls because, Ruben's here, so.
Well, so then the calls will never get through. Well, they'll definitely get through. What? Which is it?
So the house they're going to renovate next is the Golden Girls house.
Oh. What?
So the way they did with the Brady house, they're doing that with the Golden
Down in
Girls.
Florida.
So the original house.
2 words, Florida.
Where Golden Girls was taped, it doesn't look anything like the way it does on the set. So they're going to redo it and make it look like the set. But obviously, there's only one Golden Girl alive, so they can't reunite everybody because only Betty White's left.
Oh, that's right.
Everyone else is Rue McClanahan is deceased.
Really?
Maud. I was going to say Maud too. Isn't that funny? We both said Maud. I was B. Arthur.
B.
I
Arthur.
was going to say Maud also. So B. Arthur is deceased. Rue McClanahan's deceased, and Estelle Getty. They're all deceased.
Wow.
And Betty White's the only one left.
She's like 1,000 years old.
So they'd have to do that just with Betty White. Betty White's freaking amazing. I love that woman. I wish I could just meet her because she's freaking amazing. I did get to meet. I wish I got a picture because it was very quick meeting. I didn't get a picture, but I did meet Florence Henderson.
Is that right?
Yeah, a long time ago. She was doing a telethon, and in New York City, and me and my friend were in New York City in the same hotel, and she was in the lobby, and I'm like, oh my God, there's Mrs. Brady, but we didn't take any pictures. I wish
What's
we
up,
did,
Carol?
but
Good to see you.
we did. Well, she's deceased as well.
Is
as
that
you know.
right?
Yeah, she's
I
not.
forgot about that.
Yeah, she's not
Really?
alive either. Yeah, that's why I was saying I wish I met her, because that's why I want to meet Betty White. Because
That would explain why she wasn't on the damn rebuild program.
Yeah, she's
because all the
deceased, yeah.
Holy frick!
it wasn't that long ago. She only died
Bobby
like a year
Brady
ago.
Looks like he's older than Greg.
I know.
Mike Lookinland looks like he's about 70, and Greg looks like he's about like
Peter looks good.
60.
I thought Peter looked good.
Yeah,
Peter looks pretty good.
he's starting
He
to
aged
get
well.
He got the Bosley hair treatment.
Yeah.
Starting
Oh,
to
he
go
aged
gray.
well. Well, he did a couple of reality shows. I don't know if you remember that, but he did a reality show. And on the reality show, it was like all the celebrities lived together. I don't know if you remember. It was a while ago. They lived together.
Celebrity Big Brother.
No, kind of like that, but that's not what it was. It was before that. It was before that. It was on VH1. And oh damn, I gotta look up everything. My memory is sucking ass today. But so he lived, and one of the celebrities in there was the girl who won the very first America's Next Top Model, and she was in there, and she was younger than him. I mean, like 20 years younger than him. And she ended up marrying him. They got married.
What?
Oh yeah, from this show.
So they had a clandestine
Celebrity. It was
liaison.
Celebrity. Oh my god! And everybody was on that show. Like everybody was on that show. And they would live together. Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts now. I can't remember any. I remember everything, but then I forget everything at the same time. Like, how can I remember this stuff and then not remember the name of it? But it was on VH1. That's why I wish listeners would be a little more receptive and call me and tell me.
Well, let's do this. Let's provide the number, shall we? 609-807-2492. That would be helpful, maybe.
Yeah, celebrity.
609. Write it down.
Celebrity.
609-807-2492.
Celebrity.
609-807-2492. I think I just said that
I said it faster.
3 times.
I said it faster.
I said it so people can write it down.
Celebrity.
609-807-2492.
Living
Out
together.
of town, do not call collect.
What?
I said out of town, do not call collect.
Nobody's calling collect.
Because Gino will be upset.
No, the only time they can call collect is if they're calling from prison.
Avoid were prohibited. Except in Nebraska. We'll bill you later.
Okay. Wait,
Not available
what's
in
the
Alaska,
show?
Hawaii, and...
The Surreal Life. Was that it? No, that wasn't it. That's the one with Paris Hilton. Wrong one. Or was
what
it
a
that one?
waste.
No, it was the Surreal Life. There it is, Surreal Life. Adrienne Curry, and she was the one who was the America's Next Top Model.
Yo, Adrian.
Flavor Flav. Bridget Nielsen.
Oh.
You know, remember?
Hi.
Yes. Ryan Starr, she was on American Idol.
Freakishly tall.
Christopher Knight. Corey Feldman, Emmanuel Lewis, Charo.
Coochie.
There was a lot. Oh my God, there was a lot of them.
Or as Kojak would say, Hoochie Coo, baby.
Who else?
That killed me.
Oh my God, Vanilla Ice. Who's, by the way, Vanilla Ice have been friends with
Rob Van
me.
Winkle.
No, we've been friends on social media. Me and Vanilla Ice for years.
Is that right?
Years. Isn't that funny? Yeah, and
Like communicative friends?
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah.
yeah.
No, communicative. I mean, not often communicative, but it's weird because I met Vanilla Ice.
And Rob Van Winkle.
Right, I met him in 89
I remember his grandfather.
or 90. Ripman.
Well,
So
when he
88 or
was- that's when
90.
he
Yeah.
was, you know,
I met him backstage at
Lord to
a
your mother.
concert, at his concert, and he was very nice, very nice. But the weird thing is, so he actually started following me on Twitter. So I followed him back, and so like he likes things I say, and I like things he says. If I say something, he'll respond.
Okay.
And then Instagram, he followed me on Instagram first, also. It's really weird, and we don't know each other.
You got your Snapchat, your Insta,
Yeah.
your Snapgram, your InstaChat,
Yeah.
your Facebook, your MyFace, the whole thing.
Yeah, so we
You
follow
kids.
each other. So you know what? And he's done a lot of stuff. He does like house renovations. He's all
actually
over the place.
Pretty
But
decent with the fixer upper.
yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. Yeah, he just follows me on my and I followed him back, and
Okay.
I thought that was interesting. But anyway, so he was on the Surreal Life. Vern Troyer, who is deceased.
Right.
Remember, he was Mini Me.
I shall count him Mini-Me.
China, who's also deceased.
Oh, that's right.
The
Oh,
wrestler, remember?
Yeah.
She passed away as well. Tracy Bingham, who was on Baywatch, and she was actually the girl in Funky Funk and the Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
From
Good
Binghamton,
Vibrations.
New York.
And no, she's from Boston. Oh, jerk. Anyway, got it.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, I used to hang out with her in the clubs back in the day.
In the club, yo.
Janice Dickinson. Yeah, there was a lot. Eric Estrada, CeCe DeVille from Poison.
Right.
Dave Coulier from Full House. I mean, there was a lot.
Cut it out.
Salt and Pepper. I mean, there was a lot of people on this
pushing
show.
I'm pushing it real good.
Jose Canseco, MC Hammer. There's a lot of people on this show. Alexis Arquette, he passed away as well.
It's
Tammy Faye Baker
surreal.
passed away. Another one. Florence Henderson passed away.
Huh.
She was on that as well.
did.
That's kind of sad. Yeah, but there was a lot of people on this show, man. Isn't that crazy?
Debbie Davy.
How come they're all
Yes,
a lot?
Crackhead Bob. That is crazy.
That's sad to see the ones that passed away,
Dippy,
though,
dippy.
because they're
Where'd you go on
young.
vacation, Crackhead Bob? Dippy Dippy.
That's sad.
Mississippi? Yeah, Dippy Dippy.
We need to get in touch with my friend he's one of the producers of the Howard Stern show. We have to get in touch with him.
Who, Doug Goodstein?
No. Who's that?
Isn't the Howard Stern show?
Oh.
Executive producer, Robert A. Bowie.
I don't think he. No, not Baba Booey.
He's the executive producer.
Not that. I mean, like low. Not like
Damn it.
high up. I'll
Jason
have to.
Kaplan?
No, I'll have to get him on the show. Maybe we'll get him on our show.
Oh, well, right.
Look, there he is, Christopher Knight. I mean, he basically looks. Other than the hair, he looks the same. Does he not look the same?
A little bit.
I mean, he looks the same. I don't know. Christopher Knight looks the same to
No,
me.
the one where he worked in the ice cream shop and he had that dopey little hat and all his wiry hair was sticking out. Remember that?
What?
Probably 16. Jan got him the job, and
He's not a bad looking kid. He's not bad looking.
how old a guy is he anymore?
I don't know. Wait. He's hosting the Boston. What? I want to go see him. This is probably an old thing. Anyway, because, we're friends.
Yeah, we're like this.
Yeah, me and Peter Brady.
How
That's-
old is he?
Let me see. What's his... wait. I keep thinking Michael Lookingland, and that's the other
Oh,
one.
that's Christopher Knight.
Christopher Knight.
Mike-
Do you know he has a furniture line, Christopher Knight? Did you know that? And it's really nice furniture. He really does.
Falls, you should partner with Christopher Knight, pal. Or, no,
Who?
never mind. My buddy with the two guys reference.
Well, Mealy's is closing down.
Doug.
Did you see Mealy's Furniture's closing down?
Is that right?
Yeah, they're all closing.
Why?
I don't know.
Because Ashley's putting him out of business or something.
Oh, he's had a lot of wives. Holy crap, miss. He's just he's
He
had a
was
lot of
busy with
wives.
the women.
He's had a lot of
Was that
wives, that
Steve?
Christopher Knight. Yeah, you go, Christopher. Oh, let's see. Where's his date of birth? Oh, he was born in 1957.
Wow,
61.
So he's 60, yeah.
So 61.
60.
He's going to be 62 in November.
Wow.
His birthday's coming up, actually. So, yeah, look at that. He looks good. Come on. How many wives has he had? Oh, he still has one wife. His first wife, he's had one, two,
Was he
three,
in
four
Utah?
wives. He's had 4 wives.
At the same time?
No!
Oh.
But he's still married to the last one, but he's had
a real
4
life
wives. No, they divorced in 2013. They were married for 6 years.
That was a good run.
It was a good run.
Yeah, really.
But then he married,
Feel like I should
2016, he married some other chick. And he married some other chick. Oh, man, he's a stud muffin. Wow. Oh, there's Mike. Yeah, Michael.
No wonder
look
his
at
name was Peter. Thank you.
So weird.
He married a porn girl, didn't he?
Who?
Peter Knight. Christopher
Which
Knight.
one was the...
Knight or, Peter Knight or
Christopher Knight.
Wait, which
Chris-
one?
or Chris
Which one
Brady.
was the porn one? He had 4 wives.
Read the names and I'll tell you.
There's Julie Schulman,
No.
Tony Erickson,
No.
Adrian Curry.
Yes.
No, Adrian Curry was the winner of America's Next Top Model.
No, that wasn't her. But I mean,
And then the one he's with now.
Bambi Summers.
And there's
Bambi
one
with an I.
There's one that he just married a couple of years ago.
That's-
So I don't think he's the one who married the porn
Bambi.
star.
I thought he was.
I don't think so.
All right, I'm
I think
sorry,
you might be
Christopher.
thinking about the model chick, because she was a model.
Well,
maybe
they
she
did that. They did that one show, where they on VH1.
VH1.
Did I just not say that? Did I just not talk about that for about 20 minutes?
No, I'm saying, but that was with Adrian
No, but
Curry,
you
right?
said-
That's
you said
Adrian
it like-
Curry.
okay,
Yeah,
you
she
said it
she
like
was
this.
yeah
She was a little bit like. Okay.
no, so she was a model.
Flamboyant.
So she was a model.
Stop
Just
again.
I'll let you know. And she was
Yeah, I
she
think
used to
that's
wear really like hardly anything. So she did a
Yeah.
photo shoot for him
Yeah.
and just tiny little things. And yeah, she was a little bit sleazy, but she was a model. She wasn't like a porn star.
No. But yeah,
That's extreme.
But they made her like that on the show. I get what you're saying.
Okay. There's a couple people married. I mean, Charlie Sheen married a couple of porn stars, didn't he?
Oh, he's
Or-
coming.
or
He's
had
coming
sex
on.
with
He's
them.
coming on soon.
And who's the victim?
What?
Charlie Sheen's coming on soon.
Shut up.
When?
On Carlos's show?
Supposed to be. Supposed to be.
You won't believe who I've got next as a guest. You won't ever believe.
How does Carlos book these people? I'm dying to know.
I don't know, but we just found a great contact for you yesterday, and everybody here at the studio. Scotty Schwartz.
I heard about that last
He was
week.
here in the studio.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
Well, he's got a lot of contacts with everybody, so.
Did you talk about his porn?
No.
Well, if he's on my show, that's exactly the first thing I'd ask him. Duh. I mean, A Christmas Story, great, but I would ask, why did you
the
go
toy.
into porn?
We talked about the toy a lot, too.
Oh, the toy, too, yeah, with Richard Pryor.
That was, Richard Pryor and, of course,
Jackie
Gleason, right?
Oh, yeah. How about the porn?
No.
Huh?
No, he kind of veered away from that.
Yeah. Guess what? You can't have him on
So,
my show.
Scotty, how long will
Yeah.
you lay in the pipe if you know what I'm
you
saying?
can't have him on my show because I will bring that up.
You
so,
can do whatever you want to do. It's
Oh.
your show,
you know,
right?
Wouldn't
You
I
can
say?
just hope he doesn't
I'd
bring it up.
maybe
if you
I'd say,
know what
listen,
I
I'm
mean.
gonna talk about it whether you like it or not.
Who are
I
you,
know
like
you did
Oprah?
porn, and I actually saw. I think I saw some of the porn too.
Was it good porn or bad porn?
No, it was awkward porn.
Probably just weird.
No, it was awkward.
He's
the
kind of
best word for
short,
it.
so
It was
maybe it'd be
awkward.
like midget porn type of thing.
No, he's not that little.
He is.
He's little, but he's not that
He's
little.
little. He's like less than 5 foot.
No, he's not.
He's not
he looks
big.
about. He's probably. I think he's about 5'3" or 5'4".
I don't think he's that tall. My
Really?
girls both towered over him.
Really?
Yeah.
How about we look that up?
You can look it up.
Because I look up everything
How
today.
tall is Scotty Too Hottie? whatever
Schwartz.
his name is?
Scotty Schwartz.
Scott Schwartz. Oh, you know, we can look at his porno right here and play it.
I'm good. I'm no prude, but
Listen,
man, thank you.
listen. I'm not judging him. I'm just saying, you know what? I love people who just say, "Yeah, I did that. Who gives a crap?" Like that's what I look for. Someone who can admit it and own up to own it.
yeah.
Sylvester
and I'm all about
Stallone
it.
Did it. A lot of the guys that made it did it. So what's the difference?
Yeah, who cares?
Right? It's a starting out point.
He's 51.
Yeah.
He looks older. Sorry, Scott. He looks older.
Well, you had a hard life there with the porn and all that.
Yeah, he probably did some drugs and stuff. I think he went through a drug stint as well. I think he did.
Which one was he on the Christmas
See,
Story?
the-
Was he Scott Farkas?
You know, he's the one who had
Flick.
his tongue stuck to the pole.
Flick.
The bully, yeah.
Oh.
Look, that's him. Remember? He's only 50. He's 51.
Sure. So that movie
What
came
I
out,
think-
what, like 70?
I know, but in my head, he was like
older.
older. He was older in my head. I mean, here we go. Scotty's X-rated adventure. There you go.
Oh, my.
Skinwalker. Alien
Not to
3000.
be confused with Luke Skywalker.
Beauty and the Beast Part 2, and it's a different kind of Beauty and the Beast. So he did one, 2, 3, 4. He did 5 pornography films.
Oh,
That's
it's
a
little
conversation to have.
It's
You
a
do
little career.
realize that, right?
Conversation.
That's a conversation to have. Like, don't be afraid. I mean, don't be afraid
It's
to
just
talk
sex,
about it.
Don't be afraid.
Scotty,
Here's a cocktail.
It won't
stick.
even let you. It won't even let you go to it because it's marked in red. It won't let you click on it.
Oh my!
So, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You
Poor
gotta look
thing.
it up on the other interwebs.
But yeah, you got to look it up in porno land. Listen, I don't. Listen, I have nothing against porn.
pornoland.com.
I have nothing against porn. I think porn is great. You know, whatever floats your boat. But what I'm saying is that it's something you got to talk about. How can you not? That's like the elephant in the room to me. You can't have someone in. You know what I mean? Like I remember when Tracy Lords went legit when she was doing Crybaby. And everybody wanted to bring up the fact that she was a porn star. Yes, Tracy Lords was a porn star. And she shied away from it. And she didn't want to talk about it. She didn't want to talk about it. But finally, she just came out and said, okay, this is what happened. I was a porn star. Yes, I was. She wrote a book and everything. And she put it all out there. And that's what you got to do. Own it. Don't pretend like it didn't happen. Because it happened.
Of course.
And we all saw it. And just admit it. And once you admit it and own it, it's cool, man. I'm cool with it.
Oh, what?
But don't pretend like it didn't happen, Scott. Don't pretend like it didn't happen because that's not cool. So the connection, Gene.
Yes, the connection.
So how deep is this connection?
If you will.
No, seriously, how deep is
I love how you said that. How deep is it? The connection? He has a lot. He's almost like the two away from Kevin Bacon. You remember the Kevin Bacon factor?
6 degrees of Kevin
Yeah,
Bacon.
that's something like that.
Bacon, is there nothing it can't?
He's
that
like
kind of
that.
bacon.
He's got like, oh, I'm friends with that person. Oh, I'm friends with that person. You're talking about all the Brady Bunch. He knows everybody there. been friends with Susan Olsen for many, many years.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Baby talk. It's a wonder you can walk. Oh, there's baby talk.
So
with
was
Big
he?
Brother
He was on
Chicken.
the. Whose show was he on?
Danielle's. DJ Danny.
And of course Danielle didn't ask about the porn.
Well,
'cause
it's
your
her
daughter's
show.
Like,
Her
she's
show.
like 21.
Her show.
Is your daughter 21? I don't even think she
She's
is.
22.
20. Oh, she's 22. So she she can
But
ask
the
about
show,
porn.
her show there is a lot different than your show. Your show's more of a comedy thing. Her show's more like a variety thing. So it's a different type of audience.
I thought it was like. Remember, she had all of us on, like comedians and
Yeah,
stuff.
but that was only like a one-time deal. That's not like every
Well, you know,
time.
I'm co-hosting with her in December.
Oh boy.
She asked me, and I told her I would.
Scotty Schwartz is going to be on.
The December one?
I think so.
Shut up, because you no, shut up. You lie.
I think so.
Oh, I'm gonna. Well, it's Danielle's show,
Then
so I won't disrespect her.
Well,
but
you
you
gotta
know,
ask her first.
I
think
just
she
said I
won't
won't
have her on?
disrespect her.
No.
I'll ask her.
Thank you.
Of course.
That's right.
I won't just ask him, but
always
I'll say to her,
just
I'll go
ask.
listen. I'll go listen, Danielle. Listen, Danny, DJ Danny. I gotta ask him. And I'll do it tastefully. It won't be like raunchy and nasty. I won't be like, hey, I heard you like
Well,
to
then
F
why
chicks,
do
you
it?
know.
Come on.
No, I'd be like, if you don't mind. Well, you probably have to ask him ahead of time because I don't want him hanging up.
Well, there's that.
Is he gonna be here?
Well, he was here last night. I don't know if he'll be here. It depends on the area where he's at the time.
Oh.
If he's doing any chiller cons or thriller cons, he'll be here. He's never missed
Con.
one in 22 years, he said.
Con.
He what?
He
Shaka
never
Khan.
missed one.
Oh.
He floats, he says.
Well, you know how much money they pay good money, those things.
No, he floats.
Float on.
He's a floater.
Oh.
Float on.
So he goes to the shows and he walks around?
Yeah, he walks around because a lot of his clients
Float.
are celebrities.
Like Kato Kalin. Kato Kalin's a floater
Yeah.
for Comic-Con.
He used to have
Or,
like a
Wizard
table.
World.
He said
Answer.
he said that somebody contacted.
name is
What's his name? Forget
I was
his
singing
name.
Float On by the Floaters.
Oh.
Some guy from Fridays, and he was in other shows. He contacted me. He said his son was supposed to make him banners, and he didn't make banners. So Scott said, "Well,
How about Dr. David Banner?
yeah." He said he didn't make the banner.
Wait, Friday the comedy show?
Friday's a comedy show.
Michael Richards.
Michael Richards
Blankenstein.
used to be. Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I was going to say. Michael Richards. That's what I
Well,
remember.
Mark Blankenstein, whoever the hell that is.
Mr. and Mrs. Blankenstein's little boy, evidently.
No, but I
hell
mean,
are you talking?
as people know who it is.
I'm gonna look it up.
He had the curly hair. He was in a couple other things.
I'm gonna look that up.
But anyway, he was supposed to have banners made, and he's calling him like 3 days before the thing. He's like, dude, I don't have no banners. My son was busy. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? I don't, I'm not going to make the banners for you now. You should have told me a month ago.
Hello.
So,
All right, well, good to know. I'm looking up Fridays right now. I need to know who the hell you're talking about. Friday's show. You remember that?
I do.
It was
That
funny.
That was
Show.
ABC's answer to Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Right. Short-lived answer.
Very short-lived, but it
Michael
was funny.
Richards. Larry Davis.
Right.
I forgot.
I'll tell you.
Larry David, Michael Richards. I don't remember the other people.
I'll tell you his name. I think I did. I think I was
Mark
right.
Blankenfield.
Yeah, that's his name.
Is that him?
I'm looking for it now. I'll tell you in a minute.
Did he say yes?
Yeah, Mark Blankfield. Blankfield.
Yeah, Mark Blankfield. I'm
Yeah.
looking right at it.
Yeah, he was Robin Hood and
Yeah.
Dracula and yeah, Fridays.
He's the only ones I recognize on here is Michael Richards and Larry David. I really don't know the other people.
Well, because it was very short-lived. I mean,
Yeah.
it was... I don't
Rich
know,
Hall, I think he was on. Oh no, he's the brother of the other Hall, the one who's
Darryl?
married to Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Kids in the-
No,
Oh,
I don't remember.
Robert Hall.
Oh God, forget it. Hold on.
That was a
I'm gonna
close.
look at this guy. So, Mark Blankfield did Robin Hood, Men in Tights, Jekyll and Hyde, Dracula. I don't know. He does. That's about it. Okay, I do remember him now. I do remember him.
Yeah, you see his face.
Is he
But
coming
did
on?
he do any adult films?
Is he coming on the show?
No, it's his client.
Oh, he's whose client?
Scotty
Scott
Schwartz.
Schwartz.
Scott Schwartz's client? Mm-hmm. He has clients?
Yeah, that's why I said we have a lot of people we can network together with. Yeah.
Joe Schmagega.
Who the hell's
Harvey
that?
Muckenfutch. I mean,
Who's
they're
that?
all there.
Who's that?
Oh, you know. They're all there, Jane. They're all there.
It's kind of weird, though. I mean, if you have him as
Phil
a
McCracken,
Sally
Squatton got it.
If you have him as a client,
Howie Felter Snatch, they're all there. They're all there. They're all there waiting to come into the program. Telling you.
I remember this guy, Rich Hall. I do remember him because I think he's related to the other Hall. Brad Hall.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
He knows Anthony Michael Hall.
Brad Hall. What you gonna do?
Tracy, he knows Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
I remember him as well. Yes.
And also McCalkin.
McCalkin.
Yep.
What?
Macaulay Culkin.
McCalkin, yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
And Joe Pesci.
What? Where are we going? Gene, what are you talking about? You're going on a tangent.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right, thanks. Only we're allowed to go off on tangents.
Or Tangiers.
Tangiers. How you feeling?
Tangerine.
How you feeling?
About what?
You're looking a little red.
I'm a little red.
A little peaked.
I'm a little warm.
You okay? Yeah, me
I
too.
gotta tell you, I'm warm.
I think we're both like sick. We're in this room and we're both sick
And tired.
and tired. Oh my God, I have
I got
something
hit
funny.
one time when I was a kid.
By what?
My mom. She all the time. It was when I would do stuff. I am sick and tired of having to clean up for me. I'm sick and tired of me. I've going to piano practice or piano lessons. I am sick and tired of you tracking dirt in the house. So one time she wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, I am just sick." And I said, "Yeah, I know, and tired."
Thank you.
What?
Oh, back then you could hit your kids and not get arrested.
I got a swat in the side of the butt. I don't need you to be smart. Like, but you're
Smart.
really sick and tired.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart. I'm smart.
You're
I got
smart.
overlooked.
I got
Michael, I got
friends.
overlooked.
I got friends. How's my friend Andy? I miss Andy.
He's all right.
I miss my Andy.
He's all right.
Not Miami. My Andy.
Andy's,
I miss
Andy's
Andy.
Good. Andy's good. What's up? Yo,
What's up, Andy? Andy
Andy
Braun.
man?
He's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss
He's the
him. I
man.
miss him. I miss
He's
him.
stuck over in between two women now. He's like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta stretch my legs and
Who's he between?
he's between Lynette and Nora.
Oh. Oh my God.
I gotta get out of there. I gotta stretch my legs and stretch my brain.
Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know if he can listen to it all day. I don't know. I know Andy. Andy needs to be in a corner away from people. Andy needs to be in a corner. Who moved him?
Well, when he came back from being
Oh, that's right.
working from home, like, you can no longer work from home because the head of the snake says no. Why?
Yeah, okay,
Because
right.
he just says no.
Yeah.
Why? Because he just doesn't. He just says no.
So we're going to punish you and put you in between two women?
So I told him, I said, listen, right across from me, because I'm behind. Mike Zaher is behind me, so I'm in that little row there up toward the front.
Yeah.
And I don't know who was there previously, but you've got Christine, who works from her home.
She works from home.
Probably 98% of the time, and then the next one is empty. I'm like, dude, you've got me right across. You've got DeMott's right next to you. You've got Chippo just over there. You've got, I don't know. They want me to go over there. I'm like, okay. Then he's like, oh my God, I gotta get up. I gotta get out of here.
You're so funny. I heard someone was very, very sad about the departure, the dear departed, the departed.
I'll just be over here.
Very sad, very sad.
Ridiculous.
That was his boyfriend leaving.
So that Jet game sucked on Monday.
What?
That Jet game sucked on Monday.
Oh, are we changing the topic?
Oh, a little bit.
A little bit. I had to say it.
I know. Trust me. I almost needed to go get a bucket because I was going to hurl. But I digress.
I digress.
Horrible
yeah.
performance.
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, the Jets were bad too. By the way.
I'm sorry.
What are you going to do?
It was like brutal. I didn't even really watch the game too. I just was like, I know what's going to happen.
I
kind of knew.
It was like if my high school team, I went to a prep school, and back then it was New Jersey. There's two prep school football divisions. There was Prep A and Prep B. Prep A were the bigger schools like Newark Academy and the Petty School and Admiral Farragut and all this. Okay, they had a lot of guys. And then you had Prep B, was like Princeton Day School, Pennington, the Wardlaw Hartridge School. If we had 25 guys in the team on a good day between 9th and 12th grade, we were doing well. Okay, that would have been like going up to North Jersey playing Don Bosco Prep. P.S. where like Phil Sims's kids went to high school. With like 50 guys on the sideline who are all going to go to Division I college, and there we are, just a little Wardlaw Hartridge school going, yay! That's what it looked like. It was like the Patriots were Don Bosco Prep, and the Jets were Wardlaw Hartridge in the 1978 or 80 season when we stunk. Pardon me, I'm all stuffed again. You
I
hear
know.
this?
I know. I don't know what it is. I know that game was. The minute I just kind of. I didn't even. I think I watched a part of the first quarter and kind of was
It was like
eh.
a bunch of college seniors playing the freshman football
Nah.
team from East Gobbler's Knob.
Yeah, that team doesn't f around. Patriots. They just
No,
don't. They do
credit
not f
where it's
around.
due. I
They
am
just
no-
got they just drafted another player. They just got a
They
new
did.
player.
They
I
got
mean,
a trade. They got
yeah.
a
What's his name?
receiver, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember his name, but yeah, they don't f around, man. That's
They,
Belichick though. Belichick is no
No, he's
joke,
he's
man.
no
he
nonsense.
is no
I mean,
joke. That man.
That's not my team. I don't particularly.
I know
I don't
you feel.
particularly root for them.
It's okay.
You know what they are? Pardon me. They are like, to me, when Dale Earnhardt was alive, racing and just crushing everybody. I didn't necessarily root for him, but I watched him do what he did, and I'm like, man, this guy's good.
Yeah.
I don't root for the Patriots, but I watch what they do, and I'm
Well,
like, man, those
there's
guys
such
are
a
good.
deep hatred for the Patriots.
I don't hate
such
them.
not not you,
Yeah, well,
but in
Oh,
general.
I understand.
Like, anywhere I go or where I work, the minute I say I'm a Patriots fan, it's like they look at me like I'm the devil.
Well,
like I'm
because
Satan.
think about geographically where you are.
Well,
you're
besi-
juxtaposed between New York
No.
and Philly. Oh,
No.
horrible.
Because the hatred runs deep, I think, throughout the country.
Well, now it does after all this time.
Right. And I think, and I always get the same thing. Tom Brady's a cheater. He's a cheater. He's a cheater. Okay, all right. Well, guess what? Whatever happened back then happened. He's also won Super Bowls since then.
Can't
and
argue.
you can watch him and see him. He throws the ball like nobody's business, man. The guy's like 40-something years
He's
old.
42 years old.
For
He
God's
looks,
sakes.
I mean, okay,
Looks
credit where it's
amazing.
due. He looks like he's 30,
Yeah, no
35.
shit.
He's in good
Let him
shape.
be,
I don't
man.
see him hanging it up anytime
No,
very soon.
no, let him be.
He might go till he's 45 unless something weird happens. I mean, he even got knocked out that one season with that bad
Yes.
injury about 10 years
Yep.
ago, 8 years ago?
Yep.
And that, that didn't do a thing.
Oh, that's Jamie. That's
geez,
probably
let me-
about your son, too.
Yeah, let me...
I know. It's
Hopefully-
about Jack. We'll hold on that one. But I know, so this is what happens. Every time I meet someone and I say I like the Patriots, the first thing out of their mouth is, oh, cheaters. I hate Tom Brady. I hate him. But it is what it is. I mean, it doesn't matter. That team is no joke. They don't mess around. And Tom Brady is phenomenal. He's phenomenal. He goes up against young. What happened?
Nothing.
You're back?
I'm back.
Oh,
I'm here.
that wasn't even a phone call.
Yep. Well, so we're
Oh.
good.
But yeah, I mean, he goes up against Tom Brady. I'm saying goes up against quarterbacks who are, half his age. I mean, they're like 22. You know what I mean?
I
Think
know.
about that.
Well,
I mean, that's
This
crazy.
was Sam Darnold on Monday night. Here's Sam Darnold, his second year in the league. He's 22 or 23 years old. He's 20 years younger than Tom Brady. It's just one of those things. I mean, here's the thing: you got a group like the Jets, and even like now the Giants, who both have very, very young guys leading the team on offense.
Sure.
And they'll be fine, but just not today. Okay, I mean, you got Daniel Jones over on the Giants, and you've got Sam Darnold over on the Jets, and the problem is, the good news is the bad news is that you're in the biggest city in the world, basically the biggest city ostensibly in the country, or playing in the shadow of it, right across the river. And you know what? If you stink to join up, you're going to hear about it. It's just as simple as that. But they're okay. They'll be fine. They're one of 1,300 people on the planet who have the privilege of going and working that job.
I have to say,
Go ahead.
I did like when Dallas beat the Eagles. I did appreciate that. I liked it.
You know,
Sorry,
yeah.
I did.
I
Sorry.
here again. I root for neither of those teams. You know,
I don't
as
like
a
the
rule,
Eagles.
and I'm not one of those guys because I'm a Giants guy who, I despise the Eagles. I loathe the Cowboys, and I hate the Redskins. No, I don't. I just don't root for them. As a rule. I have to say though, sidebar, the Redskins people, the fans at their stadium,
Yes.
some of the nicest people ever. Some of the nicest.
Why
people.
were you at the game?
Not lately, but
Oh.
and some years ago when the Giants were very, very bad, my cousin, who's a huge Redskins fan, she got us tickets for my birthday to go see the Redskins a little later on in the season. And we went, and I wore my Giant jersey. I had a little sign and everything, and they got killed. And after like the third touchdown with nothing from the Giants, the people in the row ahead of us, were like, dude, I'm really sorry, man. I'm like, what do you mean? Why are you sorry? Don't worry about it. Your team's good this year. Yeah, but you came all this way. I'm like, don't worry about it.
that's
Versus in
nice.
Philadelphia, they were like,
no.
screw you.
They'll stab you.
F you. The Giants
They'll beat
suck,
you
and
up.
so do you.
Yeah, they'll stab you, man. That's no joke. That's no joke.
Well, same year, again, the Giants were bad. I went to two Eagle games at Philadelphia because the company I worked for had some tickets, and the guys who had the tickets couldn't always go. The one game I went to was the opening game, which was against the Giants, and they just got killed. I didn't wear a thing blue that you could see. I wore my Giants boxers, okay, that you couldn't see. I had to show support, but everything else was like, just neutral. No blue, no nothing other than my boxers. And this poor guy, 3 rows ahead of us, he had the Zubaz lightning bolt pants, he had the custom jersey, and every time he got up for a pretzel or a beer or the men's room, oh my God, there was about 20 guys behind me in Eagles regalia who would just berate this guy like nobody's business. I'm like, man, he's just watching a football game. Leave him alone.
Leave him be. Is everything
right.
is everything okay with Jack?
As far as I know, Jamie and I are gonna catch up in a little bit. She's like, "Are you still on the air?" I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, well, just call me after. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know we gotta get Jack back to school.
Well, that's all taken care of. He
you got it already?
me. He texted me just a few moments ago. Pardon me, I got this congestion here, folks. I'm really sorry. He said that. Where is he? Oh yeah, he said they're coming. They're going to drop me off at the place where we get the car work done, and there's
Nice.
going to be a charge for some towing, and he's got it handled, so he'll be fine.
That's
He'll be
good.
fine. Yeah, he said, welcome to adulting. I told him, I said,
Yeah.
this is what happens,
And so it begins.
So it begins is right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, it does.
It's okay.
That's life, though.
It is.
It's crazy.
is, it
Oh,
is.
so I have to tell you something funny. So my friend Nancy, who was supposed to be on our show to talk about Dr. Phil, but she was on the show like a year ago, so I don't even care anymore. But so we had this discussion, like debate, and I'm curious to see your take on it.
Go ahead.
So I called her up. She was really, really hoarse. She had a really, like, her voice was super deep, like, hello, like that, you know? I was like, oh, my God. I said, what's going on? I said, you're sick. She goes, no, I'm not sick. I go, what? She goes, I have a cold. And I go, yeah, you're sick. She goes, no, that's 2 separate things. I go, what?
What?
She goes, being sick and having a cold are 2 separate things.
False.
So, of course, I say, being sick is being sick. Sick is like you're under the weather.
Being unwell
You're not
is
unwell.
unwell.
It's right. No. She said that if you're sick, that means you're vomiting and your head hurts and stuff like that. But a cold is when your nose runs and you cough, and they're 2 completely separate things. And she would not hear it. Like I said it, I kept going, well, no, it's this sick is sick. No, 2 separate things. They're 2 separate. She was like, this is what I believe. And this is what it is, and this is what I believe. I said, but it's not. It doesn't make any sense to me. Wow. And she said, no, sick is like separate, and cold is like you have a cold. So she says, if people say to her, you have a cold, she'll say, no, I'm sick. Or if you're sick, no, I have a cold. I just never heard that in my life.
What?
Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Right?
I mean, okay, in
Weird.
the big scheme of things, having the common cold, on the sickometer, on the scale of 1 to 10, might be a 2 or a 3. And if you got a real bad fever, it might be more than that. But I mean, it's not a big deal. Okay, being in the hospital for, I don't know, 2 weeks because you're septic, that's unwell.
Yes.
That is sick, okay? Or having something like a food poisoning or a bug to where you got it one way or the other coming out of you. Okay, that's sick too. That's a little, that now you're up into like the 7s, 8s, and 9s. But having just, a cold or like a sinus infection. I had a sinus infection one time. I called my parents. This is like 25 years ago. My mother didn't know it was me because it was this big,
Your glands were swollen.
And my voice, it got in my voice box. And I literally spoke like this,
Oh.
but like at full volume, okay?
Yeah.
And we had friends of ours. Unfortunately, Mr. Phillip has passed away, but he had that deep, gravelly voice. So I called home and, hello.
Hello.
Hey, so how are you doing? Oh, Norman, we were just talking about you. I'm like,
You're like, no,
Norman.
it's your
I'm like, what are
son.
you, Mom? And I finally like, Mom, it's me. Oh, dear Lord, what's wrong with your voice? And well, that's just a little sick. I had a sinus infection and it affected my voice. That's a little sick.
It's
A little unwell.
a little unwell.
It's all unwell.
I have to
just
get
varying
her on the
degrees.
air though. She's so funny. She is funny, but I have to get her on the air and ask her the difference between a cold and sick. I mean, this is
Yeah.
really I think that's something that needs to
I
be
think
discussed.
there needs to be a definition laid out there.
No. And she was adamant. I mean, she was like so passionate about it. It was like ridiculous. I was like, no, it's two different things. That's
Is
the
it-
way I
is it
feel.
Because, damn it, I don't get sick and I'm not going to admit it.
No, because she gets sick. But she just thinks that having a cold and being sick are two completely
No,
different things.
Same church. I mean, same church, slightly different pew. I mean,
Right.
just varying degrees of unwell. To me,
weird.
wow.
I don't know, but we should have her on the air because
Sure.
she is a funny girl. I've been friends with her for like
Well, I still
30
want to hear
years.
about that Dr. Phil episode.
I know she never talked about. Things have changed so drastically since she was on Dr. Phil because her daughter was addicted to drugs, had an addiction. Cash me outside, and but it's so funny because she hit rock bottom, her daughter, and now she's doing well. But she was on it a year ago or 2 years ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago or a year ago? A year ago?
I know it's been a while because it was one of these things to where you had said, listen, she's already been on. They've already taped the show, but until it airs, she's like under a gag order
Yeah,
or something.
and
She
then it
can't talk
aired,
about
and then it
Okay.
aired a year ago. So maybe it was like a year and a half ago she went on. Because how long have we been on the air?
Here or no? Since a little over a year. It was a year in May 31st.
It feels longer. You
Well,
sure?
because we did the program before with the other cats. No, this
No,
show is
this
from
show.
May 31st of 18.
May 31st of 18?
Correct.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yes. Let's check that
It's
out.
fabulous. Wait, how would you
fabulous.
know?
Because
Well, you
I just
you
know.
put it in your calendar?
No,
Like an anniversary?
no.
Well, I remember that day you were like, it's been a year. I remember you saying that, and I was like, really? I don't know.
I beg your pardon. It was May 30th.
May 30th of 2018.
Correct. Last year. It was
Wow.
Wednesday, May 30th.
I can't believe that.
Believe that?
I mean, I
yo.
know I was working with you. We were still together
Yeah.
at Global when, well, that's where our photo shoot it was.
Yeah.
Our lovely photo shoot.
Thank you, Jen Thompson.
Jen Thompson did that photo shoot for us.
The best.
I know we should get new pictures from Scott Jellyman because now he's a photographer.
True enough.
He's a photographer
True
now, so we
enough.
should get a new photo shoot, and we can
Promote his situation.
Promote his situation, which would be photography.
And here's the other thing about our friend Scott Jellyman. He's got, ready, hair on his head. Have you seen the photos? He's actually grown his hair.
Oh my God! I thought it was a wig.
I believe it's his hair.
Is it his? Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a wig.
I don't believe so.
Oh, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna go back and look
Have
at
a
the
look.
pictures. I'm gonna have to look again. I didn't even pay. I was like, oh, because I thought he was like dressing up for like his photos, like doing his photo shoots. I didn't realize. Oh, snap.
Word.
Oh, snappy. I'm tired.
Well, it is almost that time.
I know. I'm tired and I'm hungry and I'm
Starting to get
little
grouchy?
bitchy, a little grouchy.
Oh,
How you doing? How's Dad?
Dad's dad, same as he ever was.
Same as he ever was. The days go by.
On Broadway, by the way.
Your
David
dad's on
Byrne.
Broadway? Oh, David
David
Byrne.
Byrne,
Oh, yeah. And same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was. Yeah, he's all right. He's doing his thing, you know. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. What now? I don't know. Okay. Very
Did you
good.
watch my The Depression with Gary Gulman? Did you watch
I
it?
was not able to see it.
No, it was on for free.
I didn't. I
gotta send it to you.
I wasn't able to see it.
No, it was on for free.
We
Like
don't get the HBO.
no. For 1 week, it was free on YouTube for 1 week.
Oh, the
and I
YouTube.
posted that it was free.
Damn
I'm
it.
gonna send it to you. I want you to watch it.
Please.
It's an hour
I got
long.
thinking about
It's
that.
good though.
Because I was going into work. What was it? Last
Oh, he's
week?
coming and we're gonna go. We should go to stand up
Yeah.
in January. Go ahead.
Going to work, listening to. I'm going through the toll booth at the turnpike there, and sure enough, isn't it on? I think either it was a commercial for it on either WFAN Sports Radio New York or Q104.3. You know, WAXQ out of New York. You know, and it was in the commercial break. You know, this whatever night it was, this Thursday night on HBO, it's Gary Gulman and the Great Depression.
Yeah.
And they had like you know, a
Great.
couple of clips. I'm like, oh, I know about that guy.
Yeah, he has 2 shows in Jersey and one already sold out. So he had to add a show.
Good for him.
Yeah, in Boston he has like 3 shows.
So it's coming around for him.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Good.
we should go to the show, you and me, John.
Wow, that would
We should
that would
go.
be fun.
I think we
When is
should
he-
maybe get
when is he
some
coming
tickets.
down? When is he? Where's he going to be? Do we know?
I think it's NJ Pack. What's it called? NJ. What's that New
Yeah.
Jersey Arts?
Performing Arts Center.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's in. I think it's in like January. I think it's in in 2020.
Gotcha.
It's in advance, but I'm going to take a look and see.
I'm
We'll see if
Barbara
we can go.
Walters, and this is
It's 2020. I'm Baba Wawa, and this is 2020.
When I was a kid, before my voice changed, I used to do a hell of a Barbara Walters impersonation, but that's.
I'm Hugh Downs, and this is 2020.
And I'm Ted Koppel.
Ted Koppel. I'm Ted Koppel.
And
I'm
this-
Walter Cronkite.
this is
That didn't sound like Walter Cronkite. Oh, there, that was better.
And that's
I,
the way it is.
I sounded like that other. I'm Walter. I sounded like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That you know what I'm talking about. Cameron. I just sounded like Cameron. I'm close.
Back in the
Oh,
days
Ferris.
when you had answering actual machines,
Yeah.
I did it. Good evening and thanks for calling. John's not home right now, so please leave a message at the tone because that's the way it is. Okay? And, you know, people would do, I would get, "Doot, hey, man, that's a great message. Hey, listen, give me a call. I'm going to come and do the thing. Doot, oh, that's so funny. Hey, I'll give you a call. It's so-and-so. Okay. My girlfriend at the time was like, I don't get it. I'm like,
Well, that's why she's not your girlfriend
of course
anymore.
you don't.
You gotta get it.
I poke you in the head with the pin. Will you fly around the room for me too, babe?
If you don't get it, it's no good.
What's your name? Any idea? Really? Okay, very good.
Hey, do you want to promote that thing that you're doing with Gene? Did you want to promote that before we go?
I think
Or
we're
no?
good for right now.
Okay.
I think we're okay for right now.
Are we
Just,
promoting
I'm-
anything? Gene,
I'm
are we
let-
promoting
I'm letting
anything
that
before we
play
go
out
off
a
the
little
air?
bit until we bang the drum on this program.
Are we
But,
promoting PJ's Pancakes? Not really.
Well, here's the thing about PJ's.
Oh, tell us.
I think.
Therefore, you are.
Therefore, I am. No, I'm taking a breath here. I think that when we brought Scotty down there, that was a good thing. But I think the owner has other views for other radio stations. So we'll see. We'll see. We can still keep promoting them, but we'll see.
Well,
We'll do what we do.
We might have
they
Norwegian
charged me
Cruise
fi-
Line, which
they
is
charged
really
me
awesome.
$15 for
Please,
3.
Tracy. I had a small omelet last night
Yeah.
and 3 large, look like manhole covers.
$25.95.
How much?
$11.95. But I can get Denny's. I can get that for less than
$2.50.
$8.
Listen, I don't mind paying when it's like amazing. When you put it, when you're like, this is the best meal. This was worth every penny.
I get it.
You know, I'm so I don't want to slam anybody because that's not a good thing to
enough
say.
said.
No, I mean the
But-
food was good. It's just
Yeah.
that I
I
don't
can't-
just eat pancakes.
I can't. Yeah,
I like the eggs.
I can't. I can't do it. I'm gonna go to Papa's though. Papa's, I like Papa's. Their food is freaking good. Remember when we went to Papa's
That
when we
was-
first?
yeah.
Papa's
yeah.
has good pizza,
They have good food there.
and they had that good stuffed shells. Oh
Ooh,
snap!
Please.
All right, I got nothing else to say.
Now, see, I'm hungry too.
Me too. I'm hungry.
Well, what do you think?
I say let's call it a night because
Wrap it up.
I'm stuffed.
STOUGH stuff.
I'm stuffy. Oh, here comes Jeannie.
That's what he said. Thank you.
Oh, ooh.
What?
What?
Not.
Oh,
Never mind. Oh, I guess
bye.
we're done. Thanks, Ruben. Here's your hat. What's your hurry?
bye.
See you next time. It's 7 o'clock. We'll catch you next time on Real Town. I'm John. That's Tracy.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah.
Out.
See you later.
Word.
What are you doing this weekend? Huh?